Yeah, the same thing that's happening to the little guy, the average guy, is happening to these big guys as well. It's terrible. A lesbian kiss has sparked a controversy at Seattle Mariners ballpark.
Hey now.
Some lesbians were enjoying the game, and I guess they felt a little affectionate, so they started kissing each other. And an usher went over and asked them to stop because they were making another fan uncomfortable.
Wow.
So
that must be a comfortable conversation.
Yeah, lucky usher.
Yeah. I'm an usher. I'm highly paid, so I want to just come over here and tell you not to kiss your girlfriend because you're making the customers uncomfortable. I got that job.
What asshole makes that request? How's the usher?
Excuse me, can you go over and ask them to stop kissing?
Wow, someone's kissing. Wow.
It's offensive.
Shut up. Have another $12 beer.
As the Mariners played the Boston Red Sox on May 26th, Sabrina Guerrero and her date were approached in the third inning by an usher who told them their kissing was inappropriate.
Right.
What was inappropriate about my kissing?
I love when you do
The
that.
usher told them he had received a complaint from a woman
Is that Robin's
nearby.
dad over there?
Yeah.
What is it? What did you say?
I was at the fucking Mariner game.
Yeah, so what did you see?
I put a little Vaseline on the tip of my dick.
I thought you put a chunk of Vaseline.
I put a chunk of Vaseline. Don't worry. It'll go in nice and smooth. Your butt cheeks was warm at the game.
The usher received a complaint from a woman who was sitting nearby that there were kids in the crowd of nearly 36,000, and their parents would have to explain why two women were kissing.
Oh, it was two broads.
Yeah, I talk to myself in the shower, and like every fucking time I get in the shower now for the last 5 months, the hot water hits my ass, and I go, my butt cheeks is warm. I sit there and go, my butt cheeks is warm.
Your butt was all a kiver.
I'm so into that song. You know?
Yeah, it's a great one.
It's the greatest.
But you have to ask yourself, I mean, we're trying to open up our minds and allow for everything. Now, if a heterosexual couple was kissing, would this mother have had the same complaint?
No, you know what? I mean, if it's just like some random kiss, I mean, if they're full on making out and stuff, it could be offensive, but heterosexual or homosexual, but...
See, that's my point. It's not whether it's gay or not. It's whether it's offensive.
It could be
this
offensive.
woman is just upset that two women were kissing, and she's going to have to explain it to her kids.
Yeah.
I just wondered, I mean, if you see a couple of gay guys being affectionate, like, let's say you're out with Brad and George.
Yeah, and they kiss each other, like gently, quickly... kind of thing.
They
That's
just
fine.
sort of gaze at each other, and the next thing you know, they're in an embrace.
It is
Have I eaten yet?
Marianne from Brooklyn, what's up?
Howard, as a housewife for 24 years and a mother, and Gary, I hope Mary's listening. I mean, come on, chicken is the cheapest thing you can make. You can make 2 or 3 chickens, and you'll have 6 drumsticks. Everybody, the food should be put on the table, family style, and everybody gets what they want. I mean, we're not living in the dark ages. It's crazy.
Well, I feel Mary, and I love Mary, but she really kind of treats Gary second class.
I think that's horrible. I love Gary, and I can't believe it. He's like,
But Gary puts up with it. I don't get it. I'd be like, you know what, honey? No offense.
Why did he bring it up to you? Obviously, it bothers him.
absolutely.
It bothers him. That's why he brought it up to me.
To some degree.
I try to give him, he comes to me for advice about these things because he looks up to me and he knows how good I am with women. And I tell him right off the bat, that's just plain wrong. And I'm not making a joke.
No, I talked to a bunch of the other dads. I'm not alone.
No.
By any stretch of the imagination.
Put your foot
that
down.
must be the new wife of the new generation because truthfully, I put the food out for everybody. I always try to make enough. Yeah, once in a while, kids eat over. What could I do? But if anyone eats over, you know what? I would do it out. I would never.
Wouldn't you bring
my
the plate to
husband or my
your?
kids
Wouldn't you bring the plate to your husband first and say, "Honey, take what you want"?
I feed everybody equally the same in my house.
Oh,
And I
well,
think
then
She probably
then you
cooks
agree
up-
with
She
me.
probably
So wait a
cooks up
second.
storm.
If you bring up a plate of food, right? It's a bunch of food. Everyone can't pick at once. So who gets served first in your house, Mary?
I kind of do it like, I don't know. It depends. I do both.
But what, do your kids get it first, or does your husband get it first?
Probably it's half a dozen one way, half a dozen the other. I try to
That's ridiculous. I don't want to hear
The
that.
husband gets it first.
Hey, Howard, I was actually in this situation with the lesbians making out. I took both my kids, and my younger son brought a friend, and my older son brought 2 friends. We went to see Iron Man, and there were these girls. They were like 15 years old. They were sitting right next to us, and they were making out and canoodling the whole movie.
Oh, your boys must have loved that.
You know what? They were really embarrassed by it, and like one of
they were sitting with you.
No. One of the kids was like, "Mr.
How hot is it to see two young girls making out when you're a young son?"
They're not there yet. So we got in the car and they're like, "Mr. Delabate, did you see what those girls were doing?" And, which I did.
I hope you told them it was disgusting.
No, it's just like, hey, what are you going to do?
I'm all for gay marriage, but not in front of kids.
The kids can't get married in front of kids.
You know, at the stadiums, they regularly feature kisses on their big screen.
That's
you know
what
what?
I'm saying.
Shea Stadium has a kiss cam. What they do is in between innings, they put the camera on two people and they have to make out.
Right.
Well, it's at Shea Stadium. We know who's making out. But,
all right, let's. You think it's only guys making out with other guys?
Is it wrong? Should gays not be entitled to public affection?
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody
should. The kids call you Mr. Delabate?
Yeah.
They don't say Baba Booey?
They don't even know who Baba Booey is.
Mr.
Hey, Baba Booey. Did you see what, Mr. Baba Booey, did you see what those kids were doing? Yes. Yes, I did. That made us a fortune on the Howard Stern show.
I'm an ape.
A lot of people like to do that in front of it. You think they were making out because they know you're the producer of the Howard Stern show? And
they were like really young girls too. And one of them, you couldn't tell she was like androgynous. They were like into this whole goth thing. They were clearly the kids that get the crap beat out of them in school every day.
But what, like a lot of our senators have pointed out, if we let two men kiss at games, what's next? Two dogs kissing a game?
Hey, there's a movie.